Look, I know the words "I'm sorry" don't quite take care of the way you're feeling right now, but that's really all I can offer.
Why didn't you check with me before announcing my mother's engagement on the front page?
Well, to tell you the truth, I really thought it would be too upsetting, the idea of your mom marrying Lee Carruthers.
But she's not marrying him.
I know that now,
Well, you
Stacy.
should have known it then. I don't care what kind of pressure you were under. Your double-checking should have come before one word was printed in that computer.
You're absolutely right.
And I don't care if it was McGovern who okayed the story. You're responsible for giving him an unverified report. We get so wrapped up in, getting the story around here that we never stop to think about the people we're going to hurt. Parasites, isn't that what Nancy Lawson called us?
Stacy, I would have bet everything that I owned that Sebastian Knight was telling me the truth about your mom and Lee.
Well, you may just have. I've never seen my mother so angry.
3 calls from Kate. I wonder what's up.
Well, after last night, do you really have to ask?
What?
I mean, what? Come on. Tell me what happened. What'd she say when you gave her the ring?
Well, Sebastian, things didn't go quite exactly as I had hoped for.
You'll notice how I'm not laughing.
Yeah, me either.
Well, did she say no?
Not exactly. It was more, like, not yet.
Well, when then?
She didn't say.
This is bad.
Yeah, well, I'm not exactly thrilled myself. Let's just drop the whole subject, right?
I'd love to. Unfortunately, there's one little thing that might make that a little difficult. You recognize anybody in that picture?
Oh.
Strange that you should be discussing that. That's exactly what I came to talk about.
Look, if worse comes to worse with your mother, then I'll just have to take my lumps. I can't deny what I did. Have you spoken to your father yet?
No, I've been trying his apartment all morning, but there's no answer. And I've got a headache.
What about the clinic? Have you tried there?
Not there. He was supposed to report in at 9, but he didn't show up. Your mother doesn't know where he is, and she's terribly worried. I tried having him paged to the hospital, and he's not there either.
Well, Stacy, you're not thinking that he saw the article, are you?
Oh, of course he did. He practically waited to the front door for the paper boy every morning.
Stacy, your father is a strong man.
My father is an alcoholic who was living for the day he'd be reunited with my mother.
Which can still happen.
But do you think he knows that?
Look, I'm not saying that your fears are not justified. And I'm not one to be telling a person that she doesn't know her own father. But there must be more to this Christianity than you realize. I mean, maybe your father is living to be reunited with your mother. But if his faith is anything at all like my mom's faith, then he's probably living for that and a lot more as well.
Yeah.
I've seen this faith of my mom's carry her through some pretty heavy things, and it could do the same thing for your father.
Maybe.
But look, if it does, and your mother is as angry with Lee Carruthers as you say, does that not make reconciliation a better chance?
You've got some awfully big ifs there.
Maybe. But it isn't impossible. I think I'm gonna get started on that retraction right now.
Hey, wait. I think you better talk with my mom first.
Oh. Yeah, it's a good idea. I'll give her a call right now.
figured out that story in the Chronicle was being put to type while we were having dessert. That was almost a full hour before you asked me to marry you. Well, why didn't you just give me the press release? And then I would have known what my answer should have been.
Sebastian, what's going on here? How did that story get out?
You showed me the ring yesterday. That Redland fellow was over here. I just couldn't resist giving him the story. I had no idea Kate would say no.
After all, why should my feelings enter into this?
That was a stupid thing.
Oh, bravo, bravo. Put all the blame on Sebastian.
But, Kate, I promise you, I just saw the article this moment. I had no idea.
That's right. You were in Washington. Fast trip.
Well, it was.
Funny you didn't mention anything about it last night.
Kate, it slipped my mind.
Of course. Well, with all that romance in the air, it's only natural. You know what really worries me? The fact that you thought your being unavailable for one morning would be enough, and that my anger would quickly blow over.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Just a minute. Please stop acting as though you're the only one around here who can be upset.
I am. I am the one who has been victimized.
Kate, I swear he didn't know I did it.
Be quiet. You've done enough of your dirty work. Now get out of here.
No, stay. Kate, I resent the implication that my proposal came from anything other than pure motive.
Sorry. That was meant to be an accusation, not an implication.
You don't understand. I love you.
Oh, yes. You also love the idea of being a congressman, don't you? A goal that is easier achieved with me at your side, or perhaps a goal that can only be achieved that way. Or is that a fact that is lost to you?
I never denied it.
Good.
I also never denied my feeling for you.
Oh, please, Lee. Don't start proclaiming your honesty. Not now, not after this.
Look, let's just go someplace and discuss this quietly.
Oh. You mean someplace publicly? Where I'll be forced to act calmly and politely? No, sorry. Those are two things I don't want to be right now.
All right, then. Let's just stay here and act like children. Let's carry on and rant and rage.
You talk as if I don't have a right to be angry.
On the contrary, you have every right to be angry, but I also have a right to tell my side.
No. You said enough.
Kate, what are you going to do?
I don't know.
Please don't go to the press. Don't do anything that'll hurt this campaign.
Sebastian!
That's all that ever mattered to you, isn't it?
No, it isn't.
You idiot!
Kate! Kate, come back!
I'll make a long story short. The DA's taking care of everything. You will get your impunity from prosecution based on the information you gave us.
All right.
Thank you, Sergeant Brubaker.
Hey, listen, man, thanks a lot. I really appreciate everything you've done, you know?
Oh, it's no problem. I just want you to remember it when I come around on behalf of the Police Athletic Association.
You got it.
Well, your news isn't the only good news we've had today.
Oh?
It looks like Russ will be released at the end of the week.
Yeah.
To go home and nowhere else.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. You know, it's funny. I never thought about where I'd be going when the doctor told me this morning.
Well, I'm glad you didn't, because that's all I've been able to think about. Sergeant Brubaker, it will be safe for Russ to go home, won't it?
Marianne, come on. Hey.
Oh, you mean safe from the people in the organization that might want to get even with him?
Yes.
Oh, reasonably so, I think.
I don't really like the sound of that.
Well, listen, I can't issue blanket guarantees based on the information Russ gave us. We've been able to nail just about anybody who might think of having a vendetta against him.
Yeah, so you satisfied?
Well, that's a relief.
Now, still, I would be a little cautious, and if anything suspicious happens, you give me a call, okay?
Why couldn't you wait 24 hours?
I couldn't have waited one more hour. Do you know what they're taking right now, just as we're standing here? The Chronicle's latest poll on who's ahead in the election. Now, as I see it, Hugh Wainwright is still ahead. We needed something, anything, to put you in that position. I couldn't have manufactured anything that would have worked any better.
But you did manufacture it.
Not intentionally.
You want a drink?
I've already had one.
You realize that this could be it.
It could be. And if it is, I'm prepared to take the responsibility.
And will you also take away my disappointment when I concede on election night to Mr. Wainwright?
But on the other hand, this could be just the thing that puts you over.
You like to run that by me again?
Lee, I would bet anything that this story is going to give you the edge.
Right. And then push me farther down in the polls when that follow-up story is printed.
Then that's our job, to make sure that it isn't printed.
You know, short of kidnapping Kate or blowing up the Chronicle, I don't know how we're going to get that accomplished.
Well, go back to her. Promise her anything.
Did you witness the same scene that I did?
Yeah. Tell her that you fired me.
She knows how important you are to me. And that you're the best campaign manager in the business. And I wouldn't actually have to do it, would I?
Might be a little difficult, but I could work out of my office at home.
How she'd find out.
Not unless we're careless.
Let me think about it.
You don't have time to think about it. She could be over at the Chronicle demanding a retraction right now.
Well, that is a chance that we'll have to take. In the meantime, no more screw-ups. What I say goes, or else you're going to find yourself actually out of a job.
So you get more company.
Yeah. Hey, let Stacy come on in. Huh?
Thanks.
See you later.
You got it.
Okay. It's all right.
I hope this is a good time.
Yeah, it's a great time. Could be better, actually.
Russ was granted impunity by the DA.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, I'll make sure that gets in tomorrow's morning edition. You are ready for some questions?
Sure, why not?
Maybe I should just leave.
No. Maybe you should just stay. I want you to.
Why don't you just take a seat or something? I won't be very long, really.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Go ahead. Shoot. Fire away.
Right.
Okay.
You've already told me that you remember Lance shooting you. And the medical report says that you didn't regain consciousness until you were in the recovery room after surgery, right?
Right, yeah.
But you say you remember being in the ambulance.
Yeah. Yeah, Mary Ann was there. And Ben, and the two paramedics, and me. It was really weird. It was like, I could see myself lying there. And I remember the two paramedics saying that they had lost me. Mary Ann started to cry.
Yeah.
And the best way that I can describe what happened after that, it was like being sucked into a different dimension. Through darkness for a moment, then tremendous flashes of light. It wasn't until I felt the heat that I realized that they were flames.
You could feel them?
Yes, yes. There was a lot of pain. Not like the pain we feel when we hurt ourselves, but it was different, worse. And all the time I kept hearing things that I had said through my life, things that I was so sure of and so proud of, and I realized just how vain and selfish those things were. And that was about the time that I realized just what was happening and where I was. I wasn't alone either. There was others somehow I sensed around me. Others that felt just as much pain as I did. Then I have a vague memory of coming back, of being pulled back through and hearing Mary Ann's voice, holding on to it like it were something physical. And then after that, pretty much nothing, really, until I was in this room.
Why do you think you were brought back?
I don't know. Make amends, I guess. Try and even the score a little.
And if you even the score?
I don't know that I can.
But if you can.
If I came close? I don't know. Maybe the pain wouldn't be as bad when I go back.
So, let's see the diamond. I'm not wearing it.
Why not? I must say that for a woman who's about to be married, you don't look very happy.
No? How do I look for a woman who's been made a fool of and is very angry?
What?
I turned Lee down.
But the paper said that
I don't care what the paper said. Were you part of this plot too, Ambler?
What plot?
The plot to bolster Lee's campaign.
Is that why you think he asked you to marry him?
I think it's possible.
Well, you're wrong.
Well, now, you didn't answer my question. Did you know about all this?
I knew he was going to ask you, yes.
Thank you. Thank you for at least that much honesty.
But I know that it isn't for the reasons that you're suggesting.
Oh, no. No, because you had your own reasons, right? That of keeping your father away from me.
I've never hidden my feelings on that subject.
Another honest statement. I didn't dream for so much.
Look, I don't know why you're taking this all out on me, especially because you have jumped to all the wrong conclusions.
No, I haven't jumped to any wrong conclusions. Now, could we try for a third stab at honesty? Would you tell me why you went to visit your father the other night? Were you supposed to demoralize him? To get him so upset that he wouldn't come around me? To keep him away so that Lee could come in for the kill?
Oh, that's absurd.
Well, I hope so. I hope my flesh and blood would never stoop that low. As it is, the act itself, whatever the motives, is shameful. And I am embarrassed for you, Amber. Now, I am going to tell you this for the very last time. Stop interfering in my life.
Oh, Carla, come on. That is real beautiful. I hope no one treats you so unfairly.
Well, where was he at between 9 and 11 last night?
I don't know. He didn't say.
And he didn't say the other night when the same exact thing happened.
Carla, that doesn't prove a thing, baby.
But it's awfully suspicious.
Only to you because of your prejudice.
Only to everyone else but you because of the
For
circumstances.
crying out loud, why don't you go upstairs and search his room?
I already did.
You did what?
Oh, I had every right to. This is my house, not his.
Carla, he has a right to his privacy. Now, that was wrong. Very wrong.
He has his rights as long as it doesn't interfere with our trust.
He has not interfered with my trust.
You weren't here.
Well, I'm here now, and I'm telling you, don't ever do that again.
Well, I don't think I can respect that order.
I'm not asking you to respect anything. I'm telling you.
What kind of a life would you be leading if you and Dave got back together again? You'd lose the respect of everyone you know in Kingsley, not to mention the pitiful income you'd be living on.
There are other things that are more important.
Are there? All right, let's get a little honesty from you now, Mother. Are you telling me that what Lee's offering you isn't appealing to you? That moving in national and international circles doesn't sound slightly attractive?
Of course it is. But you sound as if those are the things for a sound, basic relationship, and they're not. I'm talking about another issue. I'm not interested in what I get or what I give. I am interested in what I'll feel.
And you are feeling more for Dave now than you are for Lee.
Right now, I am very angry with Lee. Because he has twisted a personal relationship into a business one, and he thinks that there won't be any changes.
He cannot help what you are, Mother. You are to Kingsley politics what Eleanor Roosevelt was for FDR.
Oh, Amber, don't be ridiculous.
I am not being ridiculous, Mother. You are an important woman. Any man who fell in love with you would be accused of the same thing you're accusing Lee of, including Dave.
Did Dave plant a false story in the press to further his ambition with a clinic?
No. He has a different approach. He's using you to restore his reputation.
He doesn't need me to do that.
I disagree. But I'm not allowed to do that in this conversation, am I? So, will there be wedding bells for you and Daddy again?
I don't know what it will be for anybody. I do know that I want to be left alone. Starting now with you.
I needed to leave anyway. What was Dave's reaction to this article?
I don't know. I haven't been able to get in touch with him. No one has.
In other words, he doesn't realize that it isn't true.
No. If he is taking this badly, If he is in some bar, undoing all the good that's been done these past few months, I am going to hold Lee personally responsible. So if you're hoping that I will become Lee's wife, you better start hoping that your father isn't drinking. Oh, thank God you're all right. Where have you been all day? I've been trying to get a hold of you.
Walking mostly.
I'm not the only one that's been worried about you. Ben Martin's ready to call the police.
Yes, I know I should have called the clinic, but I just didn't feel like talking to anybody.
Not even me?
Especially not you.
Dave, you should have called me the minute you read that article.
I'm afraid I didn't have the guts at that point. But I do now, that's why I came. Kate, it doesn't matter what you think of me. I just can't stand by and...
Dave, the article isn't true.
I don't understand.
Lee did ask me to marry him, but I said no.